Hey guys, it's Mike here from Sharpro Media, and welcome to my very first Sony Vegas tutorial. This is going to be mainly a brief overview of Sony Vegas, some tips and tricks of some things you can do, and basically just a brief outline of all the things in Vegas and some of the things you can do. So here we are in Sony Vegas 9.0, and this is the whole layout. So over here is the main. This is what you should see. Is the main video preview, and here you can change the settings for the preview. So if you're working with more of a bigger file, you probably want it set to preview auto so that it doesn't lag much when you're rendering. So here we are. I've just got a clip here of a song, and I'll show you around. So here are all the transitions. Yours should pretty much look like this. Unless you're working in a lower version of Sony Vegas, it shouldn't have some of these gradient wipes, because I think they're new to Vegas 9.0 Pro. But yeah, they're pretty simple to use. All you need to do is simply drag it to where you want to transition to be, and it'll pop up with all the settings. But you normally won't want to change much unless you're trying to get a specific look. But there, as you can see, was a wipe. But you can simply drag out that to make it longer, or drag it in to make it shorter. Okay, now if you want to split a clip, all you have to do is press S, and then the clip is completely split. Or if you want to join it together, you highlight the two clips holding Control, and press G. Whoops, just got to get that as well and press G. Alright, now if you want to simply remove the audio from a clip, you can press U, which means ungroup. Now the audio is completely separated. Alright, I'll move on a bit to our video effects. So as you can see here, these are all the effects, and most of the time you'll only use a few of these, depending on what you're trying to achieve. I used color corrector quite a bit, it's a nice effect to try and get some nice colors that you want, depending on what you're working with. Color curves is a very good one. I'll give you an example. So over here, see, we can simply darken the highs with this here, and this will darken the lows, or we can lighten the lows and lighten the highs, or even get a bit of a mixed effect, or depending on what you want. And here is our channels, red, green and blue, and we can change little things like that. Alright. And of course there are some more effects. It's good just to have a little play around with them and see what they're all about, and find ones that you want to use. And of course every single thing here is keyframes. Now I'll show you a bit about that. Okay, so at the end of your clip you should see this thing here called Event Pan Crop, and it should bring up this little window with an F and these things on the corner. So if you drag in the corner, it will zoom in on your clip, drag it out, zoom out. And this is what is with every single video editor pretty much, keyframes. So if we start here and move over here and drag it in, over that time, as you can see here, it zooms in. So every single effect, pretty much everything on Sony Vegas and other video editing programs are keyframeable. And so here are some of the other windows if you want to find any other things, but mainly that's what you're going to be working with. And over here I'll quickly show you are the different types of ways your video can be. So different squared will give it a much more darker look, lighten, dodge, etc. And source alpha is the standard one. And if you go to 3D source alpha and go to track motion, that makes your clip completely 3D. So you can rotate it however you want, get some pretty cool looking effects. And yeah, that's about it for this basic training. Thanks a lot guys, I'll see you next time.